Hey guys, good afternoon. It's me, Cali. I'm happy to make a video for you guys today because I'm excited to share my auction finds. I told you I planned on going to the auction, and we did. I did have my grandson this weekend, just Saturday night, and we went for a little while. We were only there for about 2 hours, but it was great fun as always. And 2 thumbs up to Patty and Jonathan for getting the snack bar up and running. Everybody was raving about the great food there, and it's become such a big family there, and I love my auction people. So I'm excited to show you guys what I got. And yeah, I'm gonna throw a pot of soup on today and maybe bake some bread or something. It's that kind of a day. It's very chilly here, but we need the rain. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm going to jump right into what I got at the auction. The first 2 things that we got, they still had a lot of cast iron things there. I don't know where they got all these things, but I don't know what, Tom bought this stuff for me. Thank you, Tom. So I don't know what the total was, but I don't think we paid over $20 for all I'm about to show you. And I shared one thing that I got with him, but everything else was for me again. Are you sensing a pattern here? But the first thing that I got, these are cast iron, and they're, you know, like garden stones. Aren't they great? I got 2 because, you know, I could use an extra foot. Oh, I love these. So these are going to, you know, line somewhere, you know, maybe approaching the pathway to my house or something. But I love them, and I just had to have them. They totally remind me of my childhood. I was born in 1964, so early 70s. There were a lot of these bare feet around. I think I even had a necklace at one point that had these, and I definitely had a bath mat in my past, or a rug. They used to make furry fuzzy rugs that look like this. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I got those, and these next 2 things, oh my gosh, wow, I don't remember how much they were. I want to say under $10 for both of these, and I was like, oh, I had to have them. They're door knockers, and they're both the Greenman. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Greenman, I suggest you Google him. But he is one of my very favorite people. And will you look at this, you guys? All iron. Gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Not 1, but 2. Here comes this little guy. Hi, I'm the Greenman, here to bless your home, bring you good fortune and protection and love. Love this. Look. Ah, the oak leaves. I'm in love with these. So 2 of those, okay? Hello. And then the last thing, I was gifted by Sweet Cat, who I always talk about, Kat, and she is part of the auction family there, and she's one of the people who totally make it a totally enjoyable experience every week. And her energy, her sense of humor, her love, I just adore her, and she tells me the feeling's mutual. So hi, Kat, and hi, Caitlin, her beautiful daughter Caitlin, who I'm going to talk about in a minute. But I didn't realize, Kat, there was bidding going on for these incense burners, and there were actually 3 of these. I notice I say actually a lot, and I'm trying not to say It's horrifying when you look back at your videos. For those of you who don't make videos, you don't know what I'm talking about, but those of you who do. So I'm trying to watch my ums, and anyway, back on track. Incense burners. Kat got these, and she put them in my lap, and there were 3 of them, and I gave 1 to Tom. And love these. I used to have one, And I don't remember what happened to it. I actually went looking for it when I got home that night. I might have left it with my son. But you burn, you know, you put the incense in, sticks, you know, there's a hole, and you lay the incense, and then you can close this top, and the smoke comes out of the top and the holes. And also, in these larger ones, which look at the sun and the moons. Okay? This larger one on the end has a little trap door. And you know, I already have this locked and loaded, full of Nag Champa. Hi. So it's kind of like, even when you're not burning it, it's an air freshener sitting around your house. And she brought tears to my eyes. The kindness that I'm shown by the people that are surrounding me right now, always in my life, but I'm just really feeling it. And so she put 3 of these in my lap, and she was like, I got these for you. And thank you, Kat. And it triggered my memory because not this week when we went to the auction, but last weekend when we went to the auction, Kat's beautiful daughter, Caitlin, is there, and she hangs out sometimes with Mom. And Caitlin is a budding artist as well. And she also makes videos. They're not published on YouTube yet. She's 8 years old, I believe. And again, hi, Caitlin. And I wanted to say hi to her the other night last week, and Kat told me she was in the back room doing artwork. Well, hello. So Caitlin came out and gave me this heart. And I had to give her some cash for it because she put a lot of work into this, and I just felt the love when receiving this. So this is a treasured item in my home now. Again, thank you, Caitlin, so much. Keep it up, girlfriend. Keep doing your art. Keep coloring. Keep making your doll furniture. Whatever you're doing, girlfriend, stick at it. You got a great mom. And thank you so much. So that was so great, you know. Just added bonuses, reasons to get out of the house, you know. Oh, and I've been getting out of the house a lot. We went to the Fiddle Fest on Saturday with, you know, the auction. No, the auction on Saturday, the Fiddle Fest on Sunday with my grandson and Tom and Nick, and hung out with friends. We went out to dinner after that. This week, my sister's coming again to hang out and pick me up, and we're going to see my mother. I have a lunch date on Friday with another friend, Ellen. And then Saturday, I'm going to the opera with Sylvia, my dear friend Sylvia. She's 82 years old, and she runs circles around me. So I can't wait to go to the opera with Syl. She's totally turned me on to the opera. That is something that I've never experienced in my life. And this will be my third opera, I think. 4th opera that I've seen with Syl. And so I'm just psyched. We're going to go on Saturday. So I've been getting out and about and not doing a lot of art, just doing a lot of other things, living life. And I told you, I get, you know, spring fever, and it's great. So I'm so blessed to, you know, be able to have friends and family around me, and I don't take it for granted at all. Not for a minute. So thank you, guys. And thank you, my new friends here on YouTube. I'm definitely feeling the love here. You guys are phenomenal. So today, like I said, I'm going to make some soup. I might bake some bread. And I think I'll play around in my journal a little bit. It's been neglected, I told you. It's crazy how fast this month is now going by. Happy 420. So I think next week I'll have some time. Nick is coming up to stay for a week, I think, and so I'll have a little more time here at home, and I'll be able to finish this up for sure. So I'll show you the progress. When I last showed this to you guys, I had just finished my Daydream Believer page, which I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because I already did in my last video. And I had showed you that I had started this Mermaids Don't Lose Sleep Over the Opinion of Shrimp page, and I'm finished with it. I hope there's not a lot of glare on here. What I didn't mention to you in the last video when I showed this to you was the border that I did, and I constructed this border just out of magazine collage. So I shared with you, I did gesso, and then Delusion spray inks which I'll talk about in a moment. And then some stamping underneath. And some acrylic paint with these circles. And this mermaid was magazine collage. I drew in the trident. Can't see what I'm showing you guys. I drew in the trident and I printed off the wording and just went around with my same thing. This border here is just white marker and black permanent marker. Well, and the silhouette, I told you, I drew on a piece of a notebook cover and cut it out and colored it in with a Sharpie and put her on the page. I got the bright idea to Mod Podge this, and when I did, the whole background, because of the Delusion spray inks, they're not alcohol based, they're not permanent, they reactivate with water. Well, hello. Lesson learned, because everything reactivated all over the page, and it still looks cool. And this could be an example of me just picking my art apart again. But I kind of panicked because I couldn't really see through the Mod Podge, and it just looked like a soup of blue all over everything. So I kind of went in before it dried and I wiped off the wording and I wiped off the mermaids, and you can see a little bit, but maybe I'm just being overly critical. But it does give it more of a murky underwater feel. I just really had liked the background a lot better before I Mod Podged it. It was lighter, but I'm probably being super critical again. So that's that, and I am happy with it. I really, I love mermaids, obviously, and I like the way it came out. But you'll see with the next page, I definitely am in a blue phase right now. Although, you know, there's always at least a shot of purple somewhere. But this next page that I'm working on, and I literally am just working on it, just getting started on it. I gessoed it, and again, I shared with you, this is a recipe, an old cookbook, you know, that I glued pages together. I gessoed this first, and then I just squirted acrylic paint on it, and like a little kid, you know, when you do the, you know, Rorschach, you know, the art blot technique kind of thing, I closed the book together and I pulled it apart, and I got the, you know, the trippy designs and everything. And then I went in with some tissue paper and I glued down random pieces of tissue paper, and just to kind of break it up a little and add more texture. And then, like up here, this is paper towel that I had used as, you know, to mop up ink. And so there's random pieces of paper towel as well glued down. And so I let all that dry. And then I went in with, it was so funny, I had to laugh because I've seen in a few of Claudia Rossi's videos that she uses a pot holder for her hexagon thing. Well, I have been doing the same thing. Last year when I first started art journaling, I discovered that I have this really great pot holder. And so you're right, Claudia, it's the best. This hexagon, you know, bee, it just reminds me of honeycombs and bees. So I did some random stamping with that, and I kind of stopped right here. And again, I told you I've been busy. This is just in the last few days, but wasn't really sure where I want to go with it. La 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 la. I think I might either do something really typical, like some flowers on here, or I may do a face, maybe butterflies, maybe some bees. Oh my goodness. But what I did last night to prepare, kind of, was I just cut some random, I told you I have a book that I had gotten at the auction that I used to rip up for book page. So I ripped out 3 book pages and I just lightly gessoed them. I added some water to some gesso and I just lightly went over the book page. So I kind of have a surface. And I may use my new ink tints, which I haven't used them yet. I only used one of my new watercolor crayons. I haven't even touched my ink tints blocks yet. So I'm either going to do a face or whatever moves me. I don't know, maybe some flowers. But I'm hoping to use the Derwent Inktense blocks on those. And Glue-Man or see, but those, I did not use any of the Crazy Island Family Inspiration Sticks on this yet either. Although I may, because I'm kind of at a standstill. But we'll see what happens, what develops after this. So that's all the art that I have for you this week. And I told you I'm going to make some soup today, and then maybe I'll work on that stuff. I have no great plans. I haven't touched any polymer clay. Still haven't used any of my new supplies that I got. Isn't that funny how you just kind of get stuff? I think this year, since I've really started hardcore doing this, I'm just kind of pack ratting supplies and getting things set. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, so funny. I was talking about being blessed. In my last video, I talked about that I was hoping to get a tripod just to show you a different angle. Well, hello, if the tripod fairy didn't show up at my front door. I received a message on Facebook from my friend Steve saying that my friend Peggy, hi Peggy, my next door neighbor, knew, I guess she must have seen in my video that I mentioned that, and she dropped off a tripod at my front door. Well, hello, how sweet is that? Oh my gosh. Talk about angels, you guys. I just am so blessed. I have so much love, so many people around me that are amazing and great. So what I'm going to do next is get one of those claw things, and they're cheap. They're like under $30 on Amazon, and I'm going to use a claw on my phone because so far, I really haven't seen the need, other than now that I have a tripod, which is great, because I'd like to show you guys maybe some of my process videos. But so far, I'm happy using my phone as a camera. Honestly, I think the clarity's pretty good. If it isn't, it's blurring anything really that I don't want you guys to see. It's more flattering than a harsh, HD version of myself. I'm 50 years old now. I appreciate a little blurring, But anyway, so that's what's going on this week. Also, other plans. I told you, I mentioned the tarot course that I'm kind of following online here, Mirth and Reverence's channel. So that's been kind of cool to... we're just kind of getting introduced and starting with that. And if you haven't, if you're interested, check that out. I'll leave a link below. And the only other thing that I'm going to be doing, and I'm not going to talk a lot about it unless anybody's really interested, and maybe I can make like a separate video or something. But in the past, I think I shared with you that I have done some cleansing and some fasting and things like that, just to kind of reboot the system. People have fasted for thousands of years for various lengths of time. I don't do juice. I haven't done juice fasts. I've only done the master cleanse. And the last time I did them, which is you subsist on a diet of basically this lemonade drink that's made out of fresh lemons, cayenne pepper, and grade B maple syrup and water. And you also do saline flushes, if you will, which flush your system. I'm not going to get any more graphic than that, but use your imagination. The last one that I did was last April, I believe, and I did it for 22 days. And I felt so amazingly cleansed and refreshed. I think I told you I did that, and then I became a vegetarian after that. So prior to starting the cleanse last year, I stopped eating meat for about a week. Prior to the cleanse, I did the master cleanse for 22 days, and then I began eating solid food again. You begin with like a liquid diet, fruit, just completely raw fruits and veggies, and then reintroduce starches, rice, and things like that. But I felt so euphoric and so amazing and so refreshed and so in tune. And I need to rebalance right now. It's a great time of year for me. People get recharged in the spring. I'm right in that company. So I've kind of looked at my calendar, and you don't want to do this when you have a lot of events coming up or things like that. It doesn't chain you to the bathroom or anything. Maybe the first 3 days might be a little more challenging than the rest of it, but basically because you're not eating food, so there's nothing to eliminate after the initial flush out. But anyway, so I've looked at my calendar, and it seems to me that a good day to begin, I wanted to begin at a new moon, but that doesn't really jive, and I didn't want to wait too long. So I'm going to start this at the full moon. on May 3rd, and I'm going to try to go from the full moon to the new moon, which is 2 weeks, and I'll reevaluate at that time. And again, I'm not going to, I told you I tend to make rules for myself and want to stick with them, but I'm going to try to keep, go with the flow with this. We'll see how it goes. I check with your doctor prior to doing anything like this. I do take Coumadin. I do need to watch my vitamin K intake, things like that. But again, I get my blood levels monitored closely, and I have not had any adverse effects in the past. I don't anticipate any with this at all. But please do your research. Everybody's different. It can really be a shock to the system, but you can do some research. I am a proponent. Some people don't believe in fasting at all. Obviously, your body systems are set up to cleanse itself naturally. Your kidneys, your liver, your digestive system. Nothing has been made that can perfect that. No drug, no, fad diet, nothing. But the problem is we load ourselves up with all these toxins every day, and we don't allow our organs to function optimally unless we are eating 100% pure and have been for years. So I find, has been a good way to flush all that crap out of my system and give it a reboot and start fresh. So, obviously I'll still be making videos, and if you guys are interested in hearing more about this, I'm happy to share it. But I will be sharing my journey with you, and you'll see. I anticipate nothing but good things out of this. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Stay warm and dry, and I'm sending you a lot of love as always. Blessed be. Love each other. Take care. Spread the love, and have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.